Sandeshkhali Showdown Escalates. BJP women delegation stopped by cops. Villagers protest, victims seek justice. ED files another case against TMC Neta. "50 days on, Shah Jahan still absconding." Who's shielding Shah Jahan Sheikh? That's our top focus on 5 Live.
All right, that's our big question here on 5 Live. Who's shielding Shah Jahan Sheikh? Where is the man? He holds a kind of clout. He's got a massive network in West Bengal, particularly in the Sandeshkhali area. But yet he goes absconding for nearly 50 days. The police aren't able to track him. We're going to take you through that. I'm Nabila, Jamal. Let's start with the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi flays Rahul Gandhi for his drunk Varanasi youth remarks, saying Rahul abusing the youth exposes his frustration.
जिनके अपने होश ठिकाने नहीं है, वो यूपी के मेरे काशी के बच्चों को नशेड़ी कह रहे हैं।
India Alliance seat sharing talks in full swing. The Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party likely to announce a deal shortly. Congress Trinamool talks resume. Rahul Gandhi also holds talks with Mahavikas Aghadi in Maharashtra. Some talks also happening with NC in Jammu and Kashmir. So it appears that he has hope. Big showdown in Karnataka Assembly. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah accuses the centre of stalling state funds. BJP hits back, says allegations are false and politically motivated. Big allegation by the Aam Aadmi Party claims Arvind Kejriwal will be arrested in the next few days, says AAP threatened over its alliance with the Congress in Delhi. NSA against farm leaders revoked. Haryana police urges protesters to maintain peace. Family of the farmer killed, given 1 crore compensation by the Punjab government. Right now, Sandeshkhali Showdown has only intensified. BJP delegation visiting Sandeshkhali, led by MP Locket Chatterjee, was halted by the Kolkata police earlier today. Chatterjee has been detained. She's currently at the police station in West Bengal, Sandeshkhali area. Meanwhile, in the village of Sandeshkhali, many of them came out to attack TMC leader Ajit Maity's house. In fact, they damaged his bike, alleging his involvement as well in land grabbing. So the heat mounting on many of the TMC members and netas in the Sandeshkhali area, as frustration mounting among the villagers there demanding justice. The most important thing here, of course, remains, where is Shah Jahan Sheikh? 50 days and counting, the TMC strongman has gone absconding without a trace.
Sandeshkhali erupts again. Villagers up in arms over the failure of Bengal police in arresting local TMC strongman Shah Jahan Sheikh, on the run for more than 50 days. Shah Jahan Sheikh and his associates are accused of sexual assault and land grab. The angry locals attacked local TMC leader Ajit Maity's house in Bedmujur. They claimed Maity is hand in glove with Shah Jahan Sheikh.
यहाँ पे कुछ देर पहले अजीत मैती जो तृणमूल के यहाँ के लोकल लीडर हैं, इनके घर पे वैंडलिज्म होता है। यहाँ की तस्वीरें दिखाएं तो बाइक में भी तोड़फोड़ हुआ है और यहाँ पे जो दावा किया जा रहा है कि स्थानीयों ने ये किया, लेकिन इनका दावा है, जिनका घर है अजीत का, कि ये बीजेपी के गुंडों के द्वारा किया गया है। স্থানীয়দের যেটা দাবি হচ্ছে যে আপনি অনেকের জমি নিয়ে নিয়েছেন, সেটা কতটা সত্যি কতটা মিথ্যা?
সেটা সম্পূর্ণ মিথ্যা। আমি বলেছি তদন্ত করে দেখা হোক, যদি তদন্তের সাপেক্ষে আমাকে প্রমাণিত করতে পারে আমি নিজের হাতে নিজে ফাঁসি নেব, নচেত আইন যে ব্যবস্থা নেবে সে আইনত ব্যবস্থা নিতে পারে।
কোন জায়গায় আর্টিফিশিয়াল আগুন লাগিয়েছে, কোন জায়গায় মানুষ লাগিয়েছে, ঠিক আছে। আমরা এটা যে দূর চালাঘরে একটা লাগিয়ে পুরো আপনাদেরকেও বিজি করলো, আমাদের যে অফিসাররা আছে ওদেরকেও বিজি করলো, আর লোকের যেটা করলো কি লোককে প্ররোচনা দিয়ে কি ওদের তাড়াতাড়ি হয়ে যাবে। যারা এরকম করবে ওদের সবচেয়ে লাস্টে দেখা হবে। ফার্স্ট যেটা আছে আইন, আমাদের দায়িত্ব আছে আইন রক্ষা।
More horror stories have come out. A TMC worker has accused Shibu Hazra, who is now in police custody, of defrauding her.
বাড়িতে নিয়ে এসেছিল ওই যারা অনলাইনে টাকা তুলে সেই তাদেরকে নিয়ে এসে আমার বাড়িতে এসে, আমি অসুস্থ, আমি হার্টের রোগী, অসুস্থ, এসে ফিঙ্গারপ্রিন্ট নিয়ে টাকাটা তুলে নিল।
Meanwhile, a team of women BJP leaders led by MP Lockit Chatterjee were blocked from visiting Sandeshkhali. Lockit Chatterjee was detained by the police.
Section 144 issued all valid in the around 500 meters of the following areas. 12 बजे से लिखा है संदेशखाली ड्यूटी, खुलना ड्यूटी यहाँ पे नहीं है। अरे এখানে কি আছে? আপনি কেন বলছেন, কেন আন্দোলনে কাজ করছে? আমাদের নেতাজি সন্দেশখালি পৌঁছাই না।
आज ही भारतीय जनता पार्टी के महिला मोर्चा के जिसमें महिला मोर्चा के अध्यक्ष, हमारे पश्चिम बंगाल की महिला पदाधिकारी, महिला सांसद और विधायक, उनको जाने से रोका गया। पश्चिम बंगाल की एसआईटी बजाय प्रताड़ित महिलाओं को न्याय दिलाने के कहीं ना कहीं उन पे दबाव डालने का प्रयास कर रही है।
The Enforcement Directorate raided residence of a businessman linked to Shah Jahan Sheikh in Howrah. Amidst the growing demand for justice, the Enforcement Directorate has issued fresh summons to absconding TMC leader Shah Jahan Sheikh, this time in connection with a land grab case. The ED had summoned him for questioning in ration scam earlier. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, big news coming in on Sandeshkhali Showdown as the issue only escalates, with the cops now facing off with the locals in North 24 Parganas, Bermajur. Angry locals there burning down fishery in Bermajur. Those are the visuals coming up. In fact, Suryagni Roy, our correspondent, is right there on the ground with those locals claiming the fishery has been built on grabbed land. So you have the villagers now coming out up in arms against some of those netas, all aides of Shah Jahan Sheikh, who's currently absconding, saying that a lot was built on grabbed land. They want that land back. They allege that Shah Jahan's brother has grabbed that piece of land to build fisheries. That's the image that we're showing you. We're going to cut across to those live images.
This is Bermajur, a village near to Sandeshkhali. Now, what we see over here, this is a guard room of fishery, and this was put on fire by an angry mob. Now, who did this, it is still unclear. However, what is clear is that the villagers have alleged over here that this particular area was basically of the villagers, and men of Sheikh Shah Jahan, close aides of Sheikh Shah Jahan, had taken away their land and they had put up this particular fishery over here, and that is the reason why an angry mob set it on fire. There's a huge deployment of West Bengal police over here to make sure that no untoward incident happens. What we are seeing over here is this is not the only particular room or guard room that has been vandalized or arson. There's another one just in front of this particular one, where even a lot of vandalism has happened in that particular guard room of a fishery in this particular village as well. Now, the villagers claim that this one and this one, they are built by men who are close aides of Sheikh Shah Jahan, who is still absconding and we still do not know where he is. There's a huge deployment of the police over here to make sure that no untoward incident happens in this particular village. With camera person Prasun, this is Suryagni Roy for India Today.
All right, we're seeing a ground report from our reporter Suryagni Roy, who gets on to one of those areas where protesters demanding that land be given back to them. That's the piece of land that was grabbed allegedly by Shah Jahan Sheikh's brother, and fishery is built on it. Dr. Shatur Pura, who's a spokesperson of the BJP. Shatur Pura, thanks very much for joining us on India Today. Riju Datta, spokesperson of the TMC, also joining us. Ms. Riju Datta, I'd like to start, in fact, Riju Datta, who's from the TMC, I'd like to start with you. If you could give us some clarification on how far the police has gone to crack down on Shah Jahan Sheikh. It's impossible to believe that the man has disappeared without a trace. Is there a will to hunt him or find him or not?
Two things, Nabila. First, on Shah Jahan Sheikh. My National General Secretary has already commented on this, and I will say this to you for your viewers. There is a suo motu FIR against him made by West Bengal Police. But after the ED lawyers opposed that FIR in the High Court of Calcutta, the High Court of Calcutta has put a stay on it. And I'm saying this with all responsibility on your channel. If Calcutta High Court removes that stay order, West Bengal Police is capable enough to arrest him within 10 days. It is Calcutta Police's stay order that has tied the hands of West Bengal Police. Point number one. Point number two, BJP vandals are now burning houses in Sandeshkhali. But why is BJP leaders, their netas, going to Sandeshkhali now after Shubhendu and Shukanto has already gone there? They should go to Shakrail Howrah, Nabila. You did a story today morning, and I was watching it on my television, where a close aide of Shubhendu Adhikari, a Kisan Morcha leader of BJP, Shopkeepers Ghosh, was running a prostitution racket in Howrah, including minor girls. He has been arrested day before yesterday. Why is
you have been steadfast. No, but okay, you have been steadfast in arresting the BJP leader, Sabyasachi Ghosh, for alleged prostitution racket. So quickly you turned around on that case. What happens with Shah Jahan Sheikh? Why is there no commitment to ensure justice in your own TMC bastion?
I just told you, or probably you did not hear me, that the West Bengal Police has filed a suo motu FIR against Sheikh Shah Jahan. However, because the ED has also filed FIR against him, the Honorable Calcutta High Court has put a stay order on the FIR by the West Bengal Police. And I'm saying this on record on your show, that if the West Bengal Police hands are not tied by the Honorable High Court of Calcutta, if they the High Court removes the stay order, West Bengal Police is capable enough to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan within 10 days from today. I'm saying it with responsibility on your show.
Okay, so if the court gives you the liberty, then you're going to ensure he's going to be in front of the people in 10 days' time. Can I ask you a question? Have you formally dismissed Shah Jahan Sheikh from all membership of the TMC?
Right now, apart from certain complaints, which are definitely not of the nature of any physical harassment or rape or anything, certain civil cases have been filed against him. The Calcutta Police is doing West Bengal Police is doing an investigation and giving a report to our Honorable Chief Minister, who's also the chairperson of the party. Subsequently, actions will be taken after or when he is arrested.
No, that's really a matter of concern, Riju Datta, that you are waiting for the man to be arrested and then you'll take an action of suspending him. You should have done it much earlier. Mamata Banerjee is the one and only woman chief minister of the state in the country today. We would really hope, as a woman, I would have hoped that Mamata Banerjee and your government would have been a little more proactive in ensuring those villagers get justice. Those are women who have lined up in numbers, 30 of them who filed a complaint now with the Commission of Women's Rights. They have now filed, 30 women have come out to file complaints.
Nabila,
what are you waiting for then?
I am with you. But the question here is the 30 women, with all due respect, who have filed complaints with the Women Commission or whoever, why don't they file the complaint with the West Bengal Police? If they can file the complaint,
why do you think they haven't? You know, Riju, this is an unfortunate ask from your side. You're saying, why did they come out and file a complaint with the TMC? When they're speaking to the National Commission, when they're speaking to the Commission, when they're speaking to the Women's Commission clearly, filing a complaint with them, shouldn't that clearly tell you that they're fearing the TMC police in that area? Almost 15 years, since 2011 was the first case of sexual assault one girl is reported. 15 years and over. Their generations have been assaulted is what they say. They don't have the courage to speak to the police.
Nabila, with all due respect, you one of the senior most woman journalists of this country. I am with you for women respect. But the same hard questions that you ask me, why don't you ask BJP what are they doing for Brijbhushan and Saran Singh? And lastly, all these commissions from Rekha Sharma to Anju Bala to Arun Haldar, these are nominated BJP members. All these commissions are conduit pipes of the BJP. Do I have to categorically tell you what post they used to hold? Rekha Sharma was the media in charge of BJP Haryana. She was the BJP state secretary. So what she is doing in Bengal to malign Trinamool Congress and Bengal is because she has to please her political masters of BJP sitting in Delhi. Arun Haldar, the same thing. He was the ST head of BJP.
Instead of this blame game, had you been a lot more proactive, it wouldn't have come to this stage where we are seeing the villagers up in arms. We are seeing your own citizens, people of West Bengal, villagers of Sandeshkhali who are come out now against the West Bengal government. You should be sorry to see that sight today. You've allowed for the situation to reach this far. But stay with us. I request our panelists to please stay with us. We're going to take you through some of the horror stories that are unraveling from Sandeshkhali. Women in the Bengal district who are currently still reeling under fear over strongman Shah Jahan Sheikh's control, still that remains in the area. 50 days and counting, the man is still absconding. India Today tracks down the survivors of Sandeshkhali. Here's a quick look. Suryagni Roy brings us this ground report.
A riverside village in the national spotlight. Once a stronghold of Sheikh Shah Jahan. Sandeshkhali in West Bengal is now adorned with posters demanding the arrest of the TMC strongman. Women in this village recount the horrors they endured allegedly at the hands of Sheikh Shah Jahan's associates, like Shibu Hazra, who is now behind bars.
আমাদের সঙ্গে যে অত্যাচারগুলো হয়েছে, কুইঙ্গিত, কুভাষা, কুনজরে দেখা সেই সবের কথা লিখেছি। এবার আপনাদের বুঝে নিতে হবে যে কি হতে পারে সেগুলো। একটা মহিলা তো সব কথা খুলে বলতে পারে না। এবার সেগুলো তো সবার সামনে পাবলিক করা তো কোনো মানে হয় না, না কি হয়েছে কি না হয়েছে সেটা আমি ছাড়া তার কেউ বলতে পারবে না। তাহলে বুঝতে পারছি না, শাহজাহান শেখকে না ধরা পর্যন্ত আমাদের মনে কোনো শান্তি কিছুই নেই। আমরা ওকে ধরলে তবু একটু শান্তি এবং স্বস্তি পাবো, ভালো করে বাঁচতে পারবো।
This woman was among the complainants. Her complaint led to Hazra's arrest.
ভয় তো আছে, কিছু লোক তো আছে ওনাদের, সেইগুলো বাড়িতে বাড়িতে এসে বলছে তোমাদের কি সমস্যা, কি হচ্ছে বলো, আমাদের কাছে বলো, টাকার অফার দিতে চাইছে। এসেছিল বলছিল, তাকে তাড়িয়ে দিয়েছি আমরা।
A TMC supporter operating a tea stall alongside Shibu Hazra. She is apprehensive because Shah Jahan remains at large.
হ্যাঁ, শিবু হাজরা তো আমাদের এই দোকানটারও ভাগ নেবে বলেছে, দোকানটাও বন্ধ করেছে, 2-3 বার করে বন্ধ করে দিয়েছে। দেওয়ার পরে
কেন বন্ধ করেছে দোকানটা?
দোকানটা হচ্ছে আমার স্বামীকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কাজের কথা বলেছিল, আমার স্বামী বলেছিল যে আমি এই টাকার মধ্যে কাজ করব না।
আচ্ছা, মানে শিবু কি এরকম ভাবে লোকের উপরে লোককে গিয়ে অত্যাচার করতো?
হ্যাঁ, অত্যাচার করতো,
মানে যে ওর কথা শুনবে না তার দোকান বন্ধ করে দিয়েছে, এরকম ছিল শিবু?
হ্যাঁ, শিবু এরকমই ছিল।
Local women in this village are anxious. What if Shah Jahan isn't apprehended? What if his associates are granted bail?
ভয় যে আমরা যে কাজ ফার্মে পোল্ট্রি ফার্ম করেছে, ওই আমাদের বাড়ির লোক সব কাজ করেছে, টাকা পয়সা চাইতে গেলে ওরা পার্টি দিতে নিয়ে যেয়ে মারধর করছে, অত্যাচার করছে, নিয়েছে মেয়েদের বাড়ি যেয়ে হুমকি দিচ্ছে, এইসব ভয় বেশি।
না মানে ওরা ছাড়া পেয়ে গেলে কি হতে পারে, যেটা আপনি বলছেন?
পেয়ে গেলে আবার এসে বদনা নিতে পারে।
We spoke to a lot of women folk over here who are still a bit afraid. They claim that they fear what happens next when Shibu Hazra or Uttam Sardar get bail and get out, or whenever they are released. They are a bit scared about this as well. They also claim that to maintain peace in this particular island, the arrest of Sheikh Shah Jahan is also very, very important. With camera person Kiranjit, this is Suryagni Roy for India Today, Sandesh.
All right, more news coming in as Sandeshkhali face-off only escalates. BJP's Locket Chatterjee is slamming Mamata Banerjee. She was detained. She's now out speaking to the media. Locket says TMC wants to kill women protesters. A big charge by Locket Chatterjee. She says No politics and no political flag. Rajiv Kumar had instructed the police to drive a car over them, basically suggesting that the police of TMC police or West Bengal police were forced to threaten and heckle the BJP women workers who were protesting against the Sandeshkhali incident. She claims they wanted to kill all women protesters. How many women can they kill? An allegation of attempt to murder against the TMC police. Locket Chatterjee is just speaking. We're going to cut across to what she said. But these are big allegations that she's made. Let's hear it.
আজকে কোন রাজনৈতিক পতাকা ওখানে কিন্তু নেই, কোন রাজনীতি নেই, কোন রং নেই, কিন্তু সেইখানে আজকে মুখ্যমন্ত্রী, আজকে মহিলাদের মুখ্যমন্ত্রী পুলিশের ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিয়েছেন, যেখানে রাজীব কুমার ওখানে চলে গেছেন। রাজীব কুমার গিয়ে আজকে পুলিশদেরকে ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিচ্ছেন যে মহিলাদের বুকের ওপর দিয়ে গাড়ি চালিয়ে যাবে। এরা চাইছেটা কি? এরা চাইছে যে সকল মহিলারা বেরিয়েছে তাদেরকে মেরে দাও, এদের মানে গাড়ি চাপা দিয়ে মেরে দাও। কিন্তু কত মহিলাকে মারবে? ওখানে তো হাজার হাজার মহিলা বেরোচ্ছে প্রত্যেকদিন, তো নতুন 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 করে আমরা বাড়ি থেকে মহিলারা সাহস পেয়ে বেরিয়ে আসছে। যেভাবে মহিলাদের ওপর এই সন্দেশখালীর অত্যাচার করছে, এই মমতা ব্যানার্জি সিঙ্গুরে শুরু করেছে, সন্দেশখালীতে এসে শেষ হতে হবে।
All right, that's the BJP MP Locket Chatterjee, who has just come out of prison. In fact, she was detained. She was kept in the station for a few hours. She's now out and speaking to the media, alleges that the TMC police were attempting to kill all the women from the BJP who were protesting against the Sandeshkhali Act. Big allegations that she's hurling. Now, Sandeshkhali women on one side are protesting against the absconding TMC goon Shahjahan Sheikh, demanding justice, while BJP Neta is claiming that the cops are out there attempting to kill them. This controversy continues to brew. Karnataka's Bengaluru, that language war there that we saw a few weeks ago, now back haunting Bengaluru, with this time the Bbmp itself, civic body, cracking down on businesses that have English signboards in place, despite Feb 28th being the deadline that was given by the same Bbmp. You're seeing the visuals on our screens here. It's a sari shop in Rammurthy Nagar, where an English signboard, despite having Kannada as well, the English signage is completely pulled down by the Bbmp workers using sticks, ensuring that the shop owners are embarrassed publicly. This was done in broad daylight, in fact, just 2 days ago, while the deadline given by the same Bbmp is the 28th of February. While India Today has spoken to Bbmp officers, they claim they don't want to wait until the 28th of February. They will continue cracking down on all shops and business establishments that does not have 60% Kannada written on their signages. I'm going to cut across to our ground report and reactions on this. Have a listen.
Shopkeepers in East Bengaluru were shocked when the pro-Kannada activists and Bbmp marshals were on a rampage 2 days back, vandalizing all the nameplates on the streets of TC Palya. According to government compliances, you have to install 60-40 nameplates by 28th of February. You have a deadline till 28th of February. By that time, they have to change the nameplates and ensure that they had to comply orders of 60% of board in Kannada and 40% in English. Despite giving a deadline, we have noticed that the Bbmp marshals and pro-Kannada activists were on a rampage, vandalizing every single boards of the shops on the streets of Bengaluru. And this has happened day before yesterday in TC Palya in Kyarpuram area. Sir, what exactly happened and what is the justification given by the Bbmp as well as the pro-Kannada activists?
Bbmp had issued a notice for us to change the boards. But still we had also taken measures because of the exams and the tests and all happening. We could not change it. We had kept it ready. Okay. But the boards also had Kannada version also there. Okay. And there are some boards which never had any such English or Kannada. But they have been, these are the boards that are having, even these boards had Kannada also. Okay. But still, whatever it is, they should not vandalize an educational institution. If it's a bar and a restaurant or some other things, they can do it. Okay. But being an educational institution where all the subjects are being taught with equal importance, they shouldn't have done such an act.
Sir, आपका दुकान भी उन लोगों ने तोड़ा है, आपने मांगा भी कि आपको टाइम दे दो, आपने ऑर्डर किया है आ जाएगा, उसके बाद भी उन लोगों ने आपका बात नहीं सुना था।
एक्चुअली टाइम है सर, अप टू 29 वर्क टाइम है, वो आया पूरा खराब कर दिया चले गया। ऐसा
कितना दुकानों को यहाँ पे ऐसा किया है?
ये रोड में ये साइड में पूरा हो गया सर। पहले ड्राई फ्रूट से एक है, बैक साइड मयूर ज्वेलर्स से एक है, वो पूरा कर दिया। और कलकरे मेन रोड भी थोड़ा खराब कर दिया।
Sir, BBMP East Commissioner Snehal claims that they cannot wait till 28th. They have already issued notice to all of you people, but still you have not installed it. How do you see this particular justification given by the BBMP East Commissioner?
Yes, that is there, that's true. But still, for an educational institution where all the subjects are being taught in English, we are also giving importance to Kannada. At least they should think of educational institution, hospitals and medical stores. Bangalore is a metropolitan city. We have got people from across India. So if that is very strict, see, Kannada is there. We give importance to Kannada. Naan huttid Karnataka, ಬೆಳೆದಿದ್ದು Karnataka, ಓದಿದ್ದು Karnataka, Karnataka ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡೋರ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ವಾಕ್ಯ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ವತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನಾಮಫಲಕ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾಮಫಲಕ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೆಯಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದು ಇದನ್ನ ಕೆಡುತ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ.
As you rightly pointed out that he is even a Kannadiga and he respects language Kannada and he need the time as per the guidelines issued by Karnataka government, rather a notice which has been issued by Karnataka government that they have to change the board by 28th. But see the plight of people here. The marshals as well as pro-Kannada activists have completely vandalized and putting them in a problem. Now they are seeking more time, I mean to say till 28th, where the government has issued a deadline and they can go ahead and install the boards according to the guidelines of Karnataka government. Vithirajan Shimurti Sagairaj reporting for India Today, Bengaluru.
All right, that's Sagai Raj bringing us the live reactions of those shop owners. In fact, a school has been vandalized, and that's what's shocking. I have Nagarjun Dwarkanath, who's right now at the BBMP office. He's spoken to the BBMP officers who justify this move, saying we can't wait until Feb 28th. Deadline is Feb 28th. You better comply before that. If not, days ahead, we are going to vandalize your signboards. This is what I understand of the BBMP's move. Nagarjun, I'm shocked to see Bengaluru, which is a business hub. You have people from all over the globe who work and live in Bengaluru. At least the fact that there is a deadline of 28th allow for the establishments to comply by that date. Why act in such a fashion much ahead of time?
Well, it's bizarre that the BBMP themselves are behaving like thugs in the streets with sticks, and when customers are inside commercial establishments and shops, BBMP Paurakarmikas with huge sticks are barging into the shops. The video that we are putting it on screen is an evidence to what we are talking about, where with the sticks they're breaking down the English letters on signboards. What the official orders was, when you find some shop violating the rules, cover them with a cloth or give them notices and then fine them if they don't adhere to the rules. Nowhere on written instructions are that go with sticks, remove it forcefully by beating the letters, by removing it, and also just when you remove, seeing the visuals, Nabila, you're not only removing the letters but also you're damaging the electrical wiring, the lightings behind it and all of it. So who's going to pay for it? When I spoke to the BBMP Commissioner, he said it's one such isolated incident that the over-enthusiastic worker has done this, but I would make sure that no Paura Karmika on work for this duty will make sure that it will not harm any property, is what BBMP Commissioner Mr. Tushar Giranath told me. But the BBMP officials, all senior officials are defending that even before the 28th, we will go ahead and implement the orders. But why? 7 more days or 5 more days are there until the order
in fact,
deadline.
This is unlawful. The BBMP itself is acting against the law. If they've set a deadline of Feb 28th, then they've got to wait until Feb 28 midnight. I heard your conversation with the BBMP officer. They've got to wait until midnight for them to actually act. Give them some leeway. There's been enough media glare and spotlight on the issue, both on social media as well as on India Today itself. What gets the BBMP to jump the gun?
Nabila, in fact, the court also has not said go vandalize. Neither has the CM office, neither is Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, who's Bangalore in charge minister, has told the BBMP officials to go vandalize. You see in the sari shop that we are showing you, and also the Burger King restaurant, where people are inside having their meal, shopping for saris. Randomly, the BBMP Paurakarmikas go with huge sticks and start beating up the English letters and pulling them down and vandalize the signboards. When the owners run out of the shop saying, why are you doing this? They said the notice have been given, the time is up. The time is not up, Feb 28th midnight.
Yeah.
Even after that, if commercial establishments still have it, there is a procedure. Fine them, give them more notices, increase the fine. But where is the law say that BBMP can vandalize signboards? This itself is bizarre that the officials are behaving like thugs on the streets.
You know, Nagarjun and Sagai Raj, both of them are on the ground. Sagai is exactly at the spot where the incident has happened. But stay with us, Sagai. I'm going to cut across first to Tushar Girinath, who is the BBMP Commissioner, who's spoken to India Today's Nagarjun, who justifies this move. If anything, it's the BBMP who must compensate on the losses that these shops and business establishments have incurred, especially that educational institution. They were heckled, signages were broken, despite Feb 28th being the deadline. Will the BBMP compensate is the question here.
Sir, in the east limits of BBMP, sir, in the last 2 days, people with BBMP uniform with sticks are barging into the commercial establishments and removing the English letters, signboards. Well,
don't you understand? This is not the way where it is happening. It is you who are interpreting like this. The Bar Karmikas, we are having this type of directions. We have given the directions that if the right now our notices are saying 60% Kannada and 40%
correct, sir.
Other language. But we have given an undertaking to the court that we will not precipitate the matter. That was given in 2019. After that, the act has come. That makes it 50-50%. So if they are having 50-50% right now, we are not taking any action, and we are just requesting them that voluntarily they should come to 60 because tomorrow it may become 60%. Okay. Where they are not having clearly not 50% also, there after giving 1 month, 1.5 months, we are trying to put the color and paint, etc. In one case, they had gone like that and doing it. We have told that don't destroy anything, just blacken it, cover it, or take the front sheet without cutting the tube light, etc. The illumination is behind the screen.
Correct,
the
sir.
Screen can be either some white paint could be put, black paint could be put. 1 or 2 persons are over enthusiastically gone ahead and done something. We are taking action against them.
All right, Sagai Raj, who's brought us at ground report. Sagai, I'm really saddened to hear that educational institutions were heckled. That's the last place you want to touch. You know, it's a temple of knowledge. You have children there studying, the staff there being bothered by these BBMP goons. I'm going to call them goons because they've really acted arbitrarily. Despite no court order, despite a 28th February deadline, it's the BBMP who's indulged in this vandalism, encouraging the Kannada activists to follow suit.
Absolutely. In fact, these BBMP marshals as well as pro-Kannada activists have behaved like thugs, like Nagarjun has pointed out, because there is a rule, there is a law which should be followed. Nobody asked them to go ahead on a rampage and vandalize all these boards. We spoke to the principal of the school. He went on to say that there were students who were studying in that school at that point of time when the rampage happened. They were all afraid that these people were vandalizing all these boards outside the school compound. And he has also said that I can speak better Kannada than those people who came here to question me about the board. And he has also said that they need time. They have time till 28th. They have issued a notice, but the notice clearly says that they have to change the board before 28th. Why they have to indulge in these kind of rampage is a question which has been asked by them. And even if you notice in the video, one of the shopkeepers folds his hand and requests the BBMP marshal, saying that please give us the time. We have already placed an order. Once it comes, we will replace with this. So it will have a less cost of money for them. But still, they didn't listen to them, and they went on to vandalize every single board on that particular road.
You know, it's really embarrassing that a city like Bengaluru that calls itself the IT capital, a garden city, you have, it's called the business hub itself, really thriving because of its global approach. This approach itself to implement 60% Kannada on signages by the civic body of Bengaluru BBMP is truly shameful. I'm going to cut across to a quick phone-in conversation by Snehal, who's the BBMP East Zonal Commissioner. She's had with India Today's Nagarjun, where she goes on to vehemently justify this hooliganism by her own workers.
Ma'am, in the east limits, in the last 2 days, there has been rampage of people with BBMP uniforms with sticks removing the English signs in shops, letters of English. People on Twitter and social media have put it out saying that BBMP has gone on rampage. Has it come to your notice, ma'am?
See, what they have been doing it for a very long time. Last 1 month they have been doing. Okay, so last some shops have been left out. In the sense they have not complied even after the notices. So people are visiting and getting them to comply. They have to put 60% votes in Kannada.
Correct.
They are asking them to. So that is what we are trying to enforce. It is not people are making uniform of BBMP. There are health officials and revenue officials who are going together and getting it done.
But going with sticks and forcefully removing it, how justifiable? Because it's quite scary when you go with sticks.
We have given them enough opportunity. We have given them a notice. We have given them a lot of time. There is some sort of a compliance that you need to
That's
give.
absolutely fine, but why is the officials going with sticks? There's a better way to remove the English letters, right? You can.
Removing it, we have given you the opportunity to do it. Now there's a compliance that we need to submit. Now for that compliance, they're just trying to enforce it. They're not doing anything unlawful. We have told in our notices also that
Ma'am, the month end is the last date, right? Feb end.
When is the month ending? You have to wait till 28th. When am I supposed to send the compliance, sir?
But, ma'am, it's the people's prerogative to remove it on the 29th, 28th midnight. Why are you forcefully removing it till the 28th? On March 1st is the time when you have to act.
No. See, you will have to understand one thing. If you're supposed to do something on 28th, it is on 28th. I'm quite honest. People say, okay, fine. You are supposed to be doing it on 29th. I cannot do that.
All right. That's largely what we've been able to cover on the signage issue. 60-40 signboards that need to be implemented. A rule that will be implemented on the 28th of February. Unfortunately, even before the deadline, we see this kind of vandalism taking place. Meanwhile, in Karnataka Assembly, we saw a showdown between the BJP and the Congress. The BJP moves a counter resolution to what Siddaramaia's government has moved, alleging that it was indeed the UPA who deprived Karnataka of its share of taxes, saying that Modi Sarkar ensured the cap from 32% taxes to 42% taxes was increased. So it's basically the UPA at fault and not the NDA. Let's take a look at all that showdown that happened in the Assembly today.
The last day of the Karnataka Assembly session witnessed massive drama. Chief Minister Siddaramaia's government passed a resolution against the centre for allegedly stalling funds reserved for the state. The Congress resolution calls out the alleged failure of the centre to provide Karnataka its share of taxes, while also urging the centre to assure MSP for farmers on all crops. The Karnataka Assembly saw unruly scenes with the BJP vehemently rejecting the resolution, calling the allegations false, imaginary and politically motivated. In a dramatic turn of events, the BJP decided to present a counter resolution in the Assembly. For the first time in history, the opposition passed their own resolution, which accused the UPA of depriving Karnataka its fair share of taxes. Leader of opposition R. Ashok read out the resolution in the Assembly, stating that it was in fact Narendra Modi who increased the tax cap for Karnataka from 32% to 42%. They claim UPA did nothing for the state. R. Ashok even attempted to validate the counter resolution by asking for votes through show of hands from all BJP and JDS MLAs. Speaker U.T. Khadar, though, refused to put this on record, as due process to pass the resolution wasn't followed.
14% growth year by year
compensation for 5 years. No state can achieve 14%. But still they have given 14%. See, this is misleading the people by doing deliberately calculating wrong things, bringing in wrong figures, trying to misguide the people.
The Karnataka Congress continue to accuse the centre of injustice against Karnataka, calling the resolution a unanimous voice of 7 crore people of the state against the centre's discrimination. Congress also accuses all 25 MPs of the BJP from Karnataka of staying mum on the issue, acting against the interests of the state.
We have not blamed, we have accused. We have told that we have got a raw deal. Justice is not being shown. Whatever amount we have to get through the Finance Commission or from the central government has been totally injustice has been given. So we have moved a resolution.
Karnataka Congress leaders had earlier staged a protest in Delhi demanding the release of funds citing drought crisis. In the latest, Karnataka state, particularly Bengaluru city, is facing acute water shortage. Will the centre intervene on the matter, or would this continue to become a political face-off until 2024 polls? With Nagarjun, Bureau Report, India Today.